What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Rising Above Adversity, AFC Bournemouth. Now, coming into this episode, you may be thinking to yourself, there's no way that we can still be challenging for the title. Well, have I got news for you? 16 games left to play in the Premier League. We are still up there fighting it out for the title, and that is crazy for me to say. It seems crazy for me to say that, but we are. And I said in the last episode, it would be interesting to see how we cope with the demands of the English schedule, around the Christmas period. And well, we coped with it well, but just about. I mean, looking at the results, it doesn't look like we struggled much. But when it came to injuries, we were ravaged by injuries, and I'm not kidding when I say that. We were absolutely decimated by injuries. And somehow we managed to pull through it, and it just shows the quality that we've got, in the team. I mean, there was a few games in this period, this Christmas period, that we couldn't fill a full bench. It was we had that many injuries, but following the Man City game that we played last, we beat West Ham 2-1, and this kind of where the injuries started, and then we lost back-to-back games against Everton. This period we was really struggling. But in those games, we played well, but we just, the fitness was so poor for whatever reason. We were getting so many injuries, we just couldn't, perform to the level that we've been performing at all season. And we lost to Tottenham and Everton. But we followed that up with two back-to-back 2-1 wins away from home against West Brom and QPR. We got knocked out of the FA Cup as well, losing to Cardiff. But and then we beat Swansea and Wolves 3-1. And in these games, this is when the players started to come back. I mean, if I just think off the top of my head, the players that we had out during kind of this period here, these 4 games. Benjamin Nunes was out injured. You may have remembered he got injured in the last episode, actually. He's just come back recently. Fekir is injured and he's still out. He's not back at the moment. Mamana got injured. I actually can't think of who else got injured. There's so many players getting injured. It was crazy. But again, as I said, we managed to pull through it and still pick up wins, which is just crazy. I'll show you the league table. Oh, as well, I forgot to mention, we've got Standard Liège in the first knockout round of the Europa League. Quite happy with that draw. I'm fairly certain, well, not fairly certain, but I'm fairly confident, I should say, that we can go through in that one. But I'll show you the league table coming into today's game. We've got Southampton. I'm also going to bring you an away game that we've got against Newcastle, but second place in the Premier League with 16 games left to play, just a point off the top. I mean, it feels weird. I mean, it doesn't feel like we're in a title race, and I know that's strange to say because we're second in the Premier League, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel like we're in a title race. I'm still looking around here, looking at Liverpool, looking at Tottenham, and seeing how far they are behind us. But we should be looking up. We should be looking up. You can see that we've scored the most goals in the league by a little distance there. We've been irresistible going forward this year, and defensively we've been very good as well. We've been... in all areas, in all aspects of our game, we've been excellent. And you may notice we haven't got any players there in the top goal scorers list, and that kind of shows that all round the team has been contributing in terms of goals. We haven't just had one source of goals, and that's something that is very, very pleasing. But anyway, we've got Southampton today, of course, a bit of a South Coast rivalry there, and then we've got Newcastle away from home. So I'll take you to the team sheet for the game against Southampton. Right then, before I get into the team news, of course, I did say in the last episode that I may be looking to strengthen my squad in the January window. Now, it is currently the 30th of January, and as of this day, we haven't done any business just yet. Now, that doesn't mean I haven't been looking to do anything. I've been looking for a ball-winning midfielder. Of course, we've got Sergei Sudachuk, who usually plays in that role. But after him, there's not really anyone who's suited to play in that role. So I've been trying to look at ball-winning midfielders. Looked at a few players, but I've simply been priced out of a number of different players. And at this stage in the game, I'm really not looking to overpay for players. So far, I haven't been able to do any deals, but of course, I'll let you guys know if anything does happen. The transfer window is very close to shutting, so it's looking unlikely at the moment, but we'll see. Anyway, to the team sheet for today's game against Southampton. Just the one bit of news to tell you about. Lee Song-yong is on international duty. Now, he's been away for about a month now, or just over a month, at the Asia Cup, but you can see he returns on the 4th of February. We've really missed him in defence, but hopefully, of course, he will be back not too distant future. Then back to the team sheet. So we're going to have Bardi in goal for today's game. Back four of Debuchy, Mamana, Reed and Para. In midfield we've got Sergei Sudachuk and Andres Kubas. On the right we've got Entep, Benjamin Nunes in the central attacking midfield role, Correa on the left and Vieto up front. It's really nice to have a fully fit squad, or pretty much fully fit squad to choose from. I mean, you guys probably don't understand because I didn't commentate over any games during the period, but the injuries that we had during the Christmas period was crazy. But anyway, we managed to get through it and we're here now. Southampton at home. I think we could go top of the table. I'm not actually quite sure. But anyway, let's get into the game. So 25 minutes gone in the game. There hasn't been much happening, but we've got an opportunity here, possibly as Para is on the ball. He brings it inside the box. Can he find a cross? He plays it to Correa. It comes back to Para though after tackle. Sergei Sudachuk patiently probing, looking for the right pass. Entep, is that a pen? Yes, it is. Ryan Bertrand with the foul on Entep, and Entep is actually going to step up and take the penalty, which is a bit strange. I'm not quite sure. I don't think he's our regular penalty taker, but it doesn't matter. He sticks it in the top corner confidently there. His 10th goal of the season. He's been brilliant this year, and it's 1-0. And we're coming towards the end of the first half, and it's really been a highlightless first half. Apart from that penalty that we got and converted, there's not been much happening, which is not great for video, but we are 1-0 up. That is the main thing. Entep penalty. Putting us ahead in this one. Southampton have been a side we've actually really struggled against in this series, so a win against them today would be very nice, and hopefully we can maintain that in the second half. I'll tell the players to keep it up. We've been doing well so far, and let's send them out for the second half and secure these 3 points. Early stages of the second half, and we could be looking to extend our lead as Joaquin Correa burst past his man. Oh, what a goal! Joaquin Correa, he's an absolute god. The way he just burst past his player there and got the finish in as well. What a fantastic goal. And it's 2-0. We may not be done with the scoring as Nunes plays it into Luciano Vieto. Luciano Vieto with the calm and collected finish. What a pass from Nunes, the Spanish sensation. And it's 3-0 and we're looking comfortable in this one. Usually at this point in a game I would look to make change, but the way things are going I do not want to touch anything. But Jay Rodriguez is in here and he's pulled one back. 20 minutes to go. Hopefully this is not the start of a comeback. They could make things nervy if they get another one, and it's 3-1. Right, 12 minutes to go in the game. I'm actually going to make a change now. Nunes recently back from injury. His match fitness is not great, so I'm actually going to bring him off. He's had a fantastic game. You saw that pass for the second goal. Oh, he's a wonderful player. But I'll bring on Stanku for him. And I'll also bring on Anthony Martial, who's also just recently come back from injury. And I'll take off Vieto. So, still winning 3-1. We should be able to hold this out now. Hopefully we don't bottle it and we get these 3 points. So there it is. Full time at the Gold Sands. Bournemouth 3. Southampton 1. Fully deserved the 3 points. Very, very good performance there. And against Southampton, of course, we've really struggled against them in this series. So to win against them is very pleasing. We'll have a look at how that leaves us in the table. And we are still second, still a point behind City. But oh no, I was about to say we are 4 points ahead of Chelsea, but they have a game in hand. But it looks like Spurs may have dropped points though, because we're now 5 points ahead of them. So top 4 at the moment is looking really, really good. But anyway, we've got another game today, of course, in this episode against Newcastle. I'm gonna go straight forward to the lineup for that game. And before I get into the team news for this game, I should point out that the January window has now shut, and we didn't sign anyone and we didn't sell anyone. I just wasn't able to find someone kind of within my price range, so I've decided to wait on it and do something in the summer. I think we'll be able to manage for the rest of this season, and we'll bring someone in the summer. But we've made a few changes from the last game. Debuchy is out of the team. Zadrahal is brought in at right back. Oviedo has been brought in for Parra at left back. He's been complaining about first team football, so I'm giving him a game in this one. And Benjamin Nunes has been rested. You can see his match fitness, his fitness isn't that great, so Stanku will come in for him. But I'll show you Benjamin Nunes again. I probably won't get tired of showing him. I mean, his attributes haven't improved that much throughout this season. According to my assistant, he's at the level at his peak really at the moment, but he's just an incredible player. I'll never get tired of showing him. I don't think he's just he's brilliant. So happy to have him in the team. I actually gave him a new contract a few months ago because when I signed him, he had a release clause of 19 million for clubs in the Champions League, and I knew that would have someone would have came in and paid that in the summer. So I've given him a new contract, and hopefully we can have him here for the for a good few years at least. But this is the team for today. We've got Bardi in goal, Zadrahal, Mamana, Reed, and Oviedo at the back. Sidachuk, Cubas in midfield, and Tep on the right. Stanku in central attacking midfield, Correa on the left, and Vieto up front. I should also mention Winston Reed actually, because during that Christmas period when we was getting lots of injuries, he was a permanent fixture in the team, and he's been brilliant. He's just come third in the Player of the Month awards. Of course, he's the captain of the club, but he doesn't, he's not a regular in the team because of Mamana and Lee Song Yong. But when we've called upon him, he's been brilliant. And of course, he's a great experienced head in the squad. But anyway, let's focus on this game against Newcastle. We had great success away at Newcastle last year. Of course, we won 4-1 on 2 occasions there last year. So we know how to win there, and I'm hoping again that we can go there and pick up the 3 points. Very early stages in the game, but we're looking to bring it forward. Stanku into Vieto, and Vieto, he's been brilliant this year. His 19th goal of the season, and we move top of the table with that goal. What a start to the game. Vieto, you brilliant man, and it's 1-0, but we've got a highlight coming up straight after, so we're going to stick with it. It's Vargas on the left for Newcastle. He whips it into Moreno, and oh no, Gerard Moreno with the instant reply for Newcastle, and it's a thrilling start to the game. It's 1-1, and Vargas will look to bring it out. No, do not score. Cabela, that's a great ball into Moreno. Zadrahal, it's hit the post, and we get away with it. Moreno looking dangerous for Newcastle, but we survive. And this game has been end-to-end stuff so far, as Correa plays in a beautiful ball to Vieto. He's got to score. No! Vieto, he could have taken it around the keeper. He could have done anything there, and he hits it straight into the keeper. Oh, but we've got another. This game is absolutely crazy so far. So many highlights. And Zadrahal on the ball. Plays it to Stanku. 2 in Tep. Into Vieto. He's got to score this time again. Krul with the save. Krul has denied us again. And it remains 1-1. I can't believe this game so far. This is one of the most exciting games I think I've had this season. It really is end-to-end stuff. Correa again with a lovely ball, and Krul's hit it against Vieto. And wow, as it says there, in bizarre fashion, Vieto gets his 20th goal of the season. Krul's made some brilliant saves, and then he goes and does that. But I won't complain. It's 2-1. Oh dear, Vieto has picked up an injury. 2 goals in this game. I really hope it's not a serious one. I can't talk right now. He's been in fantastic form for us this season. Such a the difference in form from last year when he really struggled for us. But we'll bring on Anthony Martial. Thankfully, he's back from injury, and he's done well for us as well this season when he's been called upon. So we'll bring him on 2-1, very close to half-time. So hopefully we'll see it out and get into half-time with that lead still intact. We do manage to do that as we still lead 2-1 as the half-time whistle goes. Good half so far. I mean, we took the lead in a in bizarre fashion through that Tim Krul error, booting the ball into the face of Vieto, and it trickled into the back of the net. But we've done well so far. It's been a fascinating game, high tempo, both teams looking to win the game. But so far, we are the side to really take the initiative and take the lead. So we'll go into this second half, really want to win this game. I think we're still top of the table, so we could possibly finish up this episode top of the league. It's mental. I'm not going to get over it. It really is mental. But let's get back into this game for the second half. So in contrast to the first half, the second has been pretty dull. Not a single highlight so far, but I won't complain about that. We're keeping things tight, which is good. I'm going to make a substitution though, and Tep is not doing that great in terms of fitness. So I'm going to bring on Nathan Redmond on the right wing, and I'm also going to bring off Oviedo. No, actually not. No, I'm going to bring on Benjamin Nunes. Yeah, I'm going to bring on Nunes for Cubas in the middle of the park. Of course, I didn't play Nunes today for fitness reasons, but I'll bring him on. 25 minutes left to go in the game. Still 2-1. So far, so good. And we'll be looking to hold out or even extend our lead and secure these 3 points. Newcastle are going to look to bring it forward. Moreno, the goal scorer for Newcastle. Oh, don't see now, please. Cook. Oh, what a save. Bardi. I don't talk about Bardi that often, but what a signing he has been. We paid 4.3 million for him. Oh, that was close. But Bardi, he has been, I can't describe how brilliant this guy is. He saves us so many times, and he's done it again there, and it stays 2-1. So then, closing stages of the game, it looks like we're going to see it out. To be honest, the second half hasn't been great, but I'm not bothered about that. We're going to pick up the 3 points, and of course, at this stage of the season, we're going to be looking to win any way we can. The whistle should go. Oh, don't concede now. Oh, God. I thought that was going to trickle into the back of the net. Oh, Vargas in there. But the full-time whistle does go, thankfully. It stays 2-1. 3 points to round off a very, very good episode for ourselves. 2 wins out of 2. And, oh no, we're still second in the league. A point behind City. They beat QPR 2-1. But we're looking very good, at least for the top 4. And I keep kind of downplaying ourselves. But we're in the title race. We're in the title race. It's crazy. 12 games to go. 14 games to go in the league, and we're in the title race. So looking at the fixtures that we've got coming up, I think the best thing to do would be to come back for the Standard Liège games in the first knockout round of the Europa League. We've actually got a very testing period coming up in the next couple of months, so that's really going to test our title credentials. But yeah, I'll come back for the Standard Liège tie in the Europa League. We've got Man United and Aston Villa in between that. 2 difficult games there, but I'm going to wrap this episode up for now. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave it a like, and if you're not subscribed to the channel just yet, please do subscribe to the channel. But for now, it's been the Halfback, and I'll see you guys in a bit.